It's Gorman in the Morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the Morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. If you find yourself at a Starbucks or a Caribou or your average coffee shop, you go and you say, I'll take a venti or I'll take a large. And they give you that big old, like a 20 or 22 ounce coffee.
Higher.
More 24? A venti?
Higher.
A venti?
Give me the Trenta, the 32.
Okay.
My coffee place does an XL.
Well, that's iced, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm talking just, hot coffee. But you're right. It's all the same. So,
share size.
But like 32 is pretty, that's a lot. That's a lot of coffee in a jug. Duncan, however, has decided, nah, screw that. We gotta give you more of what you're looking for. Duncan in New England
Thanks, Mayor Quimby.
testing their new bucket of iced coffee. We've got a 48-ounce
48?
bucket.
What are you doing to me? It's New England in a freaking bucket. I love it.
Yes.
Listen to that. It's the most satisfying swirl. The one thing, I don't know where to put this in the car.
Yeah, that would be my hang-up, too. This dude has just an ice cream bucket of coffee. It's
Does it have
amazing.
Does it have a handle on it?
It has a handle.
Well, there you go. You don't need to put it anywhere. You just carry it.
It has a handle. It has a top with one little hole in it for one straw. It's not like when you go get that flaming volcano drink at the restaurant for 7 people. It's for one person.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 48-ounce iced coffee for one.
It's for me.
For Ryder. That's
Dude,
exactly
this
right.
is the only reason I want to go to Boston.
Well, I was going to
cannot
say,
wait.
it doesn't need more than one straw hole because nobody can agree on a coffee order.
History.
Sure.
But founding of America, screw that. I'm just here for the 48 ounces of coffee.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
You're just going to go to Logan, turn right around, and get back on a flight. You don't even have to leave the airport.
I don't.
Ryder's
That's the
going to
beauty of
Boston
it.
for 48 ounces.
Grab me a couple other donuts.
By the way, the bucket costs about $10. That seems a little exorbitant
That
to me.
does seem a little high.
What are we at, an arena or a stadium or something?
I will say this. I bought for the first time in a while, I bought a Reese cup the other day. It was $3.
Yeah.
For just one little, two Reese cups.
Yeah.
Little, not
Just
the king
standard.
size.
No. It was like $2.79.
You look down the candy aisle, they're all $2.99.
Whatever
It's
it was,
insane.
it was $3 even. So $2.69 plus tax or whatever and I was like,
okay.
$3 for 2 Reese cups?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the first and last time I bought candy all year.
The pro tip is you got to go find the egg or the Christmas tree or the heart or whatever it is that they're doing seasonally because you get way more peanut butter for your buck.
They also get those right after the season because then you can find them for 75 cents.
And also, for the record, did you hear that the grandson of the Reese guy himself who originated that is accusing the company of screwing with the recipe?
He's
Which
pissed.
I've been saying for a couple of years when I'm like, oh, my taste buds are weird. This doesn't seem the same. The texture, something's off.
Mm-hmm.
And now the grandson of Reese himself said, hey, Steve, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
And
Vindication.
of course, Reese's their response was, no, it's still chocolate and peanut butter. They didn't really say no. They just said, no, it's still got that great taste you love.
all the specialty ones that Ryder mentioned, those seem to be the same.
Yeah.
Because they probably make them so infrequently that they just don't.
Sure.
But the regular ones like that you're talking about definitely have changed, 100%.
They definitely have. Dunkin' coffee still tastes like Dunkin' coffee, though. And so just a reminder, if you want 48 ounces at one pop, get to New England Stat. They're testing that. But I love that they're testing it like it's not going to roll out everywhere in 5 minutes.
Right.
Nothing like the coffee industry about 30 years ago getting together and going, can we string out America? And the answer is, as a matter of fact, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make no mistake, you really, really can.
100%.
Do you recognize the sound of immediate danger? Just a quick question for you. What sounds would make you realize, something's about to hit the fan? What's going on? There's no thinking. You just it's just flight. Boom, get me out of here. What sort of sounds trigger that, do you think? I'm curious.
I mean, I always want to investigate. Like, I've never, because I don't believe that I'm actually in immediate danger because does that ever really happen? So
I have a thing, and it's not necessarily, it's a strength sometimes, and it can be a terrible weakness at others, which is, and this was drilled in me by my crazy Marine dad, which is when the crap hits the fan, everyone loses their mind, so you can't. His whole thing was always, in a crisis, you be the voice of reason.
Right.
To the point where sometimes I'm like, I should be running now. Like, that fire's about to really get bigger. Don't stand here and analyze it.
Right.
Get the hell out.
Yeah. Well, I've got some noises. Let's see how well you two do at identifying them. Feel free to jump in on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line at 651-989-ROCK. I think this one is the easiest.
Fire alarm.
Sure. Fire alarm, smoke alarm, carbon monoxide alarm, something.
All right. I feel like you guys survived that one.
And
But
by the way, just the annoyance is enough to make me leave the room, much less the threat.
Yeah, if that thing goes off when you don't expect it, it incites terror.
In the world before smartphones, I had a Nokia phone that was one of the ringtones you could set, just like a D. Well, I would trigger it when I'd get up and leave a room, and I'd walk backwards and trigger that sound, like it was my reverse. Good for a laugh.
Yeah, sure.
Well, at least I thought it was.
Yeah.
No one else seemed to think that was as funny as me.
Okay, here's another one. This is a very Minnesota noise.
Tree branch?
No.
Ice cracking under your feet.
Separating the back bacon in the mornings from the wrapper.
Clearly.
That's the ice cracking under your feet, right?
That is the ice cracking under the feet. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. And it depends on how far you are out on the lake before you know if that's really danger or not.
There's a reason that I'm not familiar with that sound, because I never go near frozen lakes.
Right.
I mean, not yet.
I've heard it, but I'm never...
I'm willing to try.
All right, here's this one. And it might help if I add this noise in. This is crazy! Do you guys know that one?
Is that a tornado?
There you go.
Well, okay. When you're, I've been very close to 2 tornadoes, and there's definitely that freight train thing for sure.
Yes,
that sounded more like a little distant, I guess.
Absolutely.
In the distance,
identified very much as a distant tornado.
Yeah.
I think by the time you're getting to the up close tornado,
no, it's real.
You have not recognized the sound of imminent danger, and you are dead.
The other sound you hear in a tornado, when a tornado is on its way towards you, the pressure changes so dramatically in the air.
Huge.
And sound gets really muted. So like if you clap your hands and then it gets like muffled. It does like you'll hear your own voice and talking like that. It's like, what is that? And then it's too late.
It's all inner ear junk, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the atmospheric pressure is bonkers in a tornado.
All right, I got one more. All
right.
You guys know that one?
It's email, right?
It's the Teams meeting notice, especially when your boss is out of town and he throws one on your calendar unexpectedly. Not cool. Not good news.
There's one that you didn't include that always incites terror in me. And that's when my mom used my full name.
Oh, sure.
Paul Richard Pulowski. Yeah, that was
it?
Oh, God. Yeah, something serious has gone down.
Yeah.
If the full name has come out.
That's very true.
Well, I haven't made contact with your mom yet, but I will get that on tape so we can continue to use it.
What other sounds immediately trigger the flight response? 651-989-ROCK.
Yeah.
I immediately had a suspicion of something you would play, Ryder, and you haven't yet. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to hear it, but I imagine it's probably in there somewhere in that twisted mind of yours. For me specifically. What else have you got? What are you holding out on us?
I don't have a snake noise.
Okay, good. Whew.
Okay, I don't have a hissing snake noise.
Well, it's more the rattle that gets me.
Yeah.
It's the rattlesnake.
Okay.
You said you were afraid of it.
All right, well, I do have one that's just for Fletcher, though. Here it is. It is a chainsaw. But where is that chainsaw coming from, and what is it doing?
Wow. Fletcher.
I'm guessing it has something to do with Fargo.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
It's a Team Canada fan destroying his flat screen TV after USA won the gold medal.
Yeah.
That's good. Good.
That'll happen.
That would be
to hear that.
sign of danger for you. If you were in that room as a USA fan, you better run.
That's a good point.
Probably.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Pointing and laughing, probably not the right reaction in that moment.
Not when a dude's got a chainsaw. Okay, here's one more that I think you two will know.
Oh, yeah, the classic when the dog warns you that someone's stuck on the train tracks and about to get hit.
Right.
What?
Yeah, but it's a somebody delivering your sandwich.
Oh, that's right. It was the food delivery robot.
Yeah, the robot that just sat there.
All right, here's one more for the Wayback Machine.
Okay.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum.
Oh, my
He went up there and he was
those
coming back
creepy
down
twins.
towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. and our heart started to pound. And I said, well, Mum, where's Mum?
It's like Fred Armisen and Kristen Wiig used to do that thing on Weekend Update when they would be singing together, like singing songs and making up, except way worse and way creepier because it's real.
I immediately went to this.
Play with us, Daddy.
Oh my God. You know what? One quick one on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line for you two. 763 number. This will get you out of bed. The wet ratcheting sound of a cat about to barf.
Oh, I don't wake up for that, but Mr. Ryder does.
Oh, no, I'll
nice.
hear it. Yeah,
That's
for
nice.
sure.
Great.
Oh, the wonderful lullabies of a life in the modern world. The things we endure.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Ever want to try something, but you're intimidated by it? You just think there's no way I could ever do it. That's just for other people. And then you do it, and then you go, that wasn't that big a deal. That's not nearly as impressive as I thought it might be.
I have a feeling I'm going to say that when I finally learn how to drive a forklift.
You know what?
I finally become forklift certified.
Well, the question is, do you know any forklift drivers, and are they super geniuses? And the answer is probably no. It's probably something you could handle.
Is that a life goal of yours?
They have a certain set of skills.
They do.
Yeah.
I'd
love to drive a forklift. Hell yeah.
Right. I think it would be really cool to be somewhere, recognize a forklift left unattended, and think I could hop on there and do stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
For me, it's always been like when we try to prepare a, quote unquote fancy dish at home. Like risotto, gnocchi, carbonara. We just did carbonara recently for my mom, and it's like, wasn't that hard?
Those are
like when you get done with it, you're just like, whatever.
But see, to me though, those are things for other people to do. I will enjoy them and eat them, but I like the idea of making gnocchi. I'd be like, no way.
Yeah, but it's actually way easier than it sounds. That's the thing. It's like it doesn't take nearly as long, and then boom, you've got it at home, and you can do it anytime you want.
Watching Gordon Ramsay yell at people on Hell's Kitchen about risotto has totally scared me away from ever trying that crap at home.
That makes sense.
Yeah, same thing with beef Wellington, because that's his thing, beef Wellington. I have no interest in giving that a shot. He's put the fear of God in me on that.
I've never I've never even considered running a marathon.
Same.
I know several people who have. My oldest brother, Bob, many years ago, because he's old as hell now, and sometimes he listens in the morning, so I just wanted to say that. With the year he turned 40, he decided to run a marathon. Like, he's always stayed in shape, in good shape, but he's like, you know what? As I'm turning 40, which back then we thought was old, he's like, and he signed up and got into the New York City Marathon for the year he turned 40.
Okay.
Which was like 1991, I believe.
Okay.
And he trained for a year to run that marathon, and he did it, by God. And then his body fell apart. He got, for the first time ever, like, his immune system just was like, we're just going to let you be sick all year. He got every cold. That guy'd been, like, sick 3 days in his whole life. And all of a sudden, everything hurt up. His feet were a mess. His legs were a mess. He was just wiped him out. And and it was the first time I talked to somebody who ran a marathon and wasn't telling me how awesome it was. He was like, that's the dumbest thing I ever did. It just destroyed me. And I've had several conversations in my life with people. That's the thing. I'm going to do the marathon. And then when it's done, they're like, it wasn't all that great. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people have the opposite, but I know I can, off the top of my head, I know 3 people beyond my brother Bob who are like, I really would. I'd love to have all that time back. I don't know why I thought that was going to make me feel so good.
Joe Strummer ran 3 marathons and was dead at 50. So we're going to just hard pass on the marathon.
That's a good point. A very good point.
Well, we've got these raving lunatics that listen in the morning, like Rick up in Monticello, Chris in Bloomington, that they'll just get up and do a 5K in the morning because it's 5 o'clock. Why not?
Sure.
something's wrong with those people. They're wired wrong.
In pretty much any pursuit in life, I've said this many times, every job I ever got, like I thought it looked amazing, and then within a week, I'm like, why did I think this was going to be so great? You know, like my favorite job, I mean, working at a great record store, I would be in there hanging out all the time, and I'd be like, God, if I could just work here, I would do the same thing. I'd listen to records, I'd talk about music, I'd argue, I'd berate customers. It would be the exact same experience I'm having just as an interloper, as a loiterer, but they'd pay me.
Right.
And so then I got the job, and I remember my first day working there, I was like, I have summited Everest. I am working at the coolest record store in the world. And within a week, I was like, why did I want to do this?
Yeah.
Right.
And I have to be here by 11:30 a.m.? That's ridiculous. Who do they think I am?
Hey, Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking Text Line, our buddy Wally said, Ryder, I got you. I can teach you to drive a forklift. Easy peasy.
Oh,
there
nice.
We go. Wally, I already know how to drive a manual transmission, so it's probably not that hard.
You know, let's just make sure we've got a camera on that for social content.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think a lot of this has to do with our expectations and the way you approach anything in life. Like, do you think, I can knock that out? Do you approach anything with, I can figure it out? Or do you approach things with the exact opposite? A lot of it is just who we are walking into these situations.
Right.
I know a lot of people who are terrified of public speaking. It's like it's the greatest fear they have. And then, but you go up and do it, you finally get through it, and you realize, hopefully, like, well, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, there's just certain things that can become Everest-like. Right. And then at the end of it, talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. If you're that kind of personality, I guess a lot of these things would apply. You just walk in any situation. I'm the dumbass who thinks, I can handle it, and then I find myself out over my skis on a regular basis.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you're not alone there.
I still hate stage announcements, and I know what we do is kind of public speaking, but throw me on a microphone in front of people who are looking back at me, and I'm not having a good time.
Yeah. A lot of jobs, the basic thing, you want to move forward, but there's nothing worse than being, rewarded for being great by then here's more responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Oversee these 3 people. Now all of a sudden you're just delegating. You're not doing a thing. You're just managing other people. Like the minute someone says, hey, there's a place for you in management, just run like the house is on fire.
Especially if it's management and sales, because you're going to make less money too and have the headaches.
See?
Glorified babysitting.
It really is.
Wow, that's what it is. So I guess the answer is just sit still, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all a disappointment.
Quiet.
It's all a letdown out there.
Right.
Fly under the
just
radar.
Give up on everything.
Now, I'm curious, what is the thing you thought you could never figure out and you did, and you were like, what was I so freaked out about? This was not that big a deal on the Facebook page.
Rick checking in from Florida, and I think he just wants to rub it in that he's in Florida. It says barefoot water skiing, and then Mike's got Applebee's all-you-can-eat riblets. Which I think either means he really, really liked them or he really, really didn't.
Oh, or maybe it was just a bulk question. I used to do all the starving student things and, like all the pizza you could eat at a Mr. Gaddy's. And, yeah, it was impressive. Once you're hitting like 32 slices, you're like, right on. I am very happy with myself.
I'm still impressed by the barefoot skiing. My dad could do that way back in the day. But it's probably one of those things, like our exercise says, it's impressive until you actually do it.
Okay, question about your dad. Does he do like regular water skiing too? And which one did he do first?
So he grew up way up north, Lake of the Woods, where they would literally get from town to town by water skiing or by grabbing the boat in the summer and go from town to town. And so he would do 2 skis, 1 ski, barefoot. He did all of it. Yeah, they kind of all did.
Man, the last time I water skied was never.
Samesies. I couldn't get out of the water.
Never even tried.
I can do some tubing.
I've tried.
That's about it. Yeah.
Tubing works.
Yeah.
Tubing works great. Especially
that's really crazy. I've never even attempted to water ski. And in fact, it hadn't even occurred to me until right now. Like, it's one of those things I never got around to doing.
I can see Ryder crushing it with the tube and a PBR in her hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Until my buddies are like, this is boring, and like throws me off, and I'm halfway on the other side of the lake.
Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking Text Line. Big Lake Nate says parkour. Growing up, we just did this for fun. It didn't even have a name.
Yeah, it was called the floor is lava, and you just have to keep jumping.
You just jump off walls and climb.
I was under the mistaken impression for years that the Gorman family invented the lava game. I really thought that was our own. When I first heard, I was probably 10, and someone else talked about it. I was like, wait, what? Did you have a sleepover with my older brother? How do you know about that?
One more 715 number: tearing phone books in half. You break the spine, then grab it by the break and separate it, splitting it side to side. They tear fairly easily.
I had a physics teacher in junior high that would do this.
Well, if you really see, but if you got the cheat code, then yeah, of course not. I mean, it's like the one kid in my school that was like a champion at Pac-Man, but he just did the exact same pattern every board. He figured out if you just do this and then pause and go up and then fake left and go right, and he would just sit there. He'd play for 3 hours on one quarter, and we're all like, dude, that's not impressive.
That's cheating.
You're just doing the exact same thing regardless.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess, but I guess in the early 80s, if you somehow figured that out,
that's very cool.
You did have a skill set.
Yeah, sure.
Not one I was interested in.
Yeah, no.
I mean, still, you could have taken a shower more often. He did kind of have a bit of a musk to him.
I'd rather fly by the seat of my pants playing Pac-Man.
Those video gamers and their musks. That goes way back to even when it was like, in the mall. Don't give me anything about that lazy boy.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It's February 24th. In August, Tame Impala will be at Target Center. We have tickets. We want to give them away. In order to win these tickets, you got to play a game. You got to win a game called Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. Fletcher is going to give us 3 audio drops, 3 news stories of recent vintage, and the first caller to call in and correctly ID the 3 states in which these happen. And the correct answer for each is either Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. Whoever gets them all right, the first person to get them all right, I should say, will win tickets. Let's rock.
Okay.
All right, let's get after it. The very first one is a simple clown prank gone wrong.
New tonight, 12 News has the 911 call from a clown prank that police say went too far.
There's a clown inside, like an actual clown inside the house right now.
Do you know who it is?
No.
Is there anybody else inside with him?
My friend's parents.
Okay.
Just get here as fast as you can, please.
Police say they responded to a frantic 911 call Saturday night on Decker Drive as a home invasion in progress. Police say the homeowner had a family member enter the home dressed as a clown to scare a group of teenagers. At one point, the parent gets on the phone.
We're okay. We're just playing a joke. Sorry they called you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they called 911.
Well, I didn't know my daughter had a friend on the phone. I'm sorry.
Police cited the 40-year-old homeowner for disorderly conduct. In a statement to 12 News, police say the department recognizes this was intended to be a prank, but the investigating officer believed it was carried too far when the parent involved didn't put an end to the joke before 911 became involved.
Man, I know exactly what friend of mine's dad would have done this to us.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I guess, yeah. For sure.
Every group of friends has one dad that you look back on and go, wow, they let that guy have kids.
Yeah. He would stick his kids in his buddies' horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly which one.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Number 2 is that, it's a little bit different the way the approach of this one, but I hope you enjoy anyway. It's a pork chop assault.
A teen was arrested for battery after she allegedly hit her mom with a pork chop during an argument, according to the county sheriff's office. Police were called to a home on Thursday regarding a verbal dispute between a teen and her mother. When police got to the home, Cynthia Kernan told them her daughter, Farrah Kernan, had been drinking earlier and that they would gotten into an argument. In the probable cause affidavit, Cynthia Kernan said that at some point during the argument, the younger Kernan, 18, allegedly slapped her and showed officers video footage of the slap that a friend of hers took. Before she was slapped, Cynthia Kernan said Farrah Kernan threw a pork chop at her, which was not recorded in the video. The responding officer said they found food residue from the pork chop on Cynthia Kernan's left shoulder that seemed consistent with her statement. When the officers spoke with Farrah Kernan, they said she appeared confused and made statements to them that were inconsistent with evidence and not relevant to the dispute that took place. The affidavit later states that Farrah Kernan had reportedly continued to be uncooperative and started screaming and crying. Kernan has been charged with 1 count of domestic battery.
Okay.
Pork chop residue.
Was the story too funny to give it to a human reporter, so they had to give it to a robot to read
Here's the funny. This is and I should have left it in at the very beginning. That's actually a human reading it because she identifies herself and says a name. Whatever, pork chop, whatever, affidavit by so-and-so. And I should have left that part in because you're right, because it does sound like a robot.
Right.
Wow, holy smokes.
I didn't mean to talk smack about a fellow broadcaster. I genuinely thought that was a robot.
Because it does sound like
All
it.
right.
It does sound like it. But whenever she says pork chop, it was just like, oh my God, it was hilarious. Ugh. All right. Last but not least, a dumb crook gets locked into a van. A
suspected burglar busted by his own blunder and caught on camera. The whole ordeal.
Oh, yeah. Trish Kostakis joins us live where it all went down. Hey there, Trish.
Hey, guys. Yeah, well, police arrested the man, and they say that when he was attempting to rob that landscaping van, he actually got locked inside the van and ended up kicking and screaming for those outside the van to help him.
Yeah.
That's the voice of Dean Young yelling from inside of a locked van. The owner of the van locked the vehicle when he started landscaping. That's when Young began screaming and kicking the doors for help because he was locked inside.
I guess the gentleman was trying to steal his things, but unfortunately he got locked in.
Nursey Toledo, the homeowner, says he was banging on the door for a while.
He can't breathe. He was saying, get me out of here, I can't breathe. He would say, Papi, help.
The police were called, and as you can see in the Ring video, officers were getting Young out of the van. The arrest form says the landscapers did not let Young out until police arrived.
There was, machetes inside the truck, and he could have just come out and hurt anybody, so they left him in there.
Young tells police that he was handing out business cards when a dog chased him. He got scared and ran to the truck for safety. But video shows a different story.
I think it was kind of actually funny. I call us a dumb crook. Yeah, I guess now he's watching the news and inside the jail.
Wild story tonight. Reporting live. Police, Trish Kostakis, NBC 6 News.
Okay. I love the end where it says wild story tonight.
Yeah, man.
Just a wild story. Crazy neighborhood.
All right,
somewhere.
There it is. There's your three options right there.
I'm feeling good about my selection.
And our old buddy Gaius in St. Paul called in, and apparently he hit the bullseye. So right on, Gaius. Let's see what we got here. Let's recap these stories.
Jackpot. All right, so our first one was a clown prank gone wrong. Had the 911 was called for a clown in the house. Turns out they were just messing with the kids.
That struck me. Tell me what you think, Ryder, but that struck me as just good old-fashioned, down home, Midwestern. Oh, what could go wrong? I just thought Wisconsin right away.
I thought they were trying too hard on this one to be extra crazy, so I went with Florida.
Okay. Gaius, tell them what's up.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Now we're talking.
Off to a good start. The second one, there was meat residue on the shoulder of a pork chop assault. Steve.
Yeah, definitely not Wisconsin. No one's going to waste a pork chop over there. I think pork is still the it's the secondary consideration down in the state of Texas. They're more of a beef eater. So I'm saying Texas is where the pork chop was thrown.
Ryder?
See, I disagree. So I was thinking if this went down in Florida, maybe you'd be talking about some skirt steak. If this went down in Texas, we'd be doing brisket. But I think pork chop smells like Wisconsin.
Hey, Gaius, give them the bad news.
It's Florida.
You know what? It makes it tough when you've got the AI voice. But I couldn't resist the AI voice and the way it said pork chop. Last but not least, you got some knucklehead crook getting himself locked in a landscaping van that he's trying to steal from.
That just smacks of Florida to me all day long. So without overthinking it, the Sunshine State.
Oh, maybe I overthought it. But initially I was going with Florida until the very end when the anchor said, wow, that's a weird one or that's a wild one. If it was Florida, that would just be par for the course.
That's true. Just be Tuesday.
I'm going to flip over and say Texas.
Okay, Gaius, one of them's got it right.
It's Florida, folks.
It is.
Oh, there you go.
2 for 3.
Fair enough.
Not bad.
2 for 3 for me in this game is like world record stuff, man.
Ryder, did you get skunked?
I did.
Oh, man. I'm sorry about that.
Well, right on, Gaius. You got Tame Impala tickets, brother. Well done right there. Sit tight, we'll get them to you. Yeah, that's fantastic, man. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, good to hear from Gaius.
All right, let's get on with it. We got headlines. We got stuff we have to discuss. Give us about 5 minutes and 2 songs.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the Morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the Morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Tuesday morning, February the 24th. REM's The One I Love. I've heard that song. First time I heard it was in 1986 on tour. Before the band had even recorded it, they were playing it live. Then it came out on the album Document in 1987. I've heard it a million times since then. And until last November, when I went out with Howl, 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 and we played that song every night, I had no idea what any of the lyrics were. Darius had the lyrics printed out, and I was reading them going, oh, really? Huh. I mean, I got some of the verses, but the chorus, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. And then I thought, hey, man, it's pretty cool set of lyrics. Nice job, Mike.
Yeah.
Stipe, well done. Mike. Hey, it's Tuesday morning, and I'm here with Paul Fletcher.
National Tortilla Chip Day. Just thought you guys should know.
I'm not even gonna start, because once I start, there's no stopping. Ryder,
dude, does the whole building smell like chicken wings today? I can't figure it out. It's just my studio?
I think it's just your studio.
No, that's not fair.
Really? I need to come over there.
Yeah, can we work out of that studio?
It smells like buffalo sauce. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, my God. That's a glorious smell.
Yeah.
Man.
Lucky.
Well, I'm not complaining.
Lucky you.
All right, fair enough. Well, then, as long as we're all here and we're all feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher, how about some headlines?
Let's do that, shall we? There's a proposed Minnesota law that aims to ban cell phones and smartwatches in school through 8th grade. Concerns about phones include student distraction, inappropriate content, and loss of instructional time. The bill has bipartisan support, but faces opposition from some educators and school boards, which is interesting.
Smartphones for kids, we're going to look at those one day like we look at cigarettes for kids. I mean, the lungs are one thing, but the brains that we're ruining?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let those brains develop.
Are they just going to go off the deep end, though, once they get the phones, if you don't kind of, ease them into it?
No, it's like saying they can't drink till they're 21. I mean, some go off the deep end, but most don't. I think
take them away.
I think it's a question of everybody just recognizing and acting responsibly as you build someone's life towards the point where they get a smartphone. You can't just go like, they don't exist, you don't get one, and then here you go. It's got to be, you got to let them know what's coming.
Yep.
I just wrote a song. It goes, smartwatches and smartphones are making us dumb. They are.
Is that a new Howl one? You got to send it to Darius and Mike later today.
It's going to be. In fact, send me that audio clip, and we'll just start with there. That's a building block.
The demo?
Yeah.
You can build a career around something like that.
I wonder what opposition from educators and school boards would be. Banning
I don't really know.
I think it was, I saw the superintendent for Stillwater where they do have this ban in place talking about it, and he said, listen, it works for us, but I don't want to push it on everybody else.
Okay.
So that seemed to be the big deal, is they kind of wanted to let each individual school board make their own decision for parents and teachers and that kind of thing.
That makes sense.
That does.
So that was the pushback.
A proposed ban on assault rifles and high-capacity magazines will take center stage today at the Minnesota State Capitol as Governor Walz introduces a new gun violence prevention package. The announcement will be followed by the introduction of companion bills during a House Public Safety Committee hearing this afternoon. Normal is a new neo-Western action thriller starring Bob Odenkirk as Ulysses, a temporary sheriff in a small Minnesota town who uncovers a deep criminal conspiracy after a bank robbery. Oh, you know what? It looks so good, but I have such an aversion to serious violence. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to tough it out.
You're gonna have to shake that off, man. It's a movie.
Gangsters doing gangster stuff is my favorite short description of any movie that I love.
Sure.
Yes.
I don't have to shake. I mean,
it's fake.
It's I know that.
You're missing out. You're missing out on Odenkirk and Winkler.
Yeah. Is the Fonz is in this? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So it's said to be a neo-Western action thriller. He's a temporary sheriff, Bob Odenkirk, and then it looks like Henry Winkler plays a crooked mayor. Bob Odenkirk's character uncovers a deep criminal conspiracy in this tiny town after a bank robbery. In theaters, April 17th.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy to see Henry Winkler put on the black hat.
Yeah. The Boston band Dropkick Murphy is going to play a sold-out show at the Palace Theater on March 6th. However, that afternoon, they'll lead a fundraiser, playing an acoustic set in the parking lot of Black Forest Inn across the street from the Alex Preddy Memorial in Minneapolis, and that goes down around 4 p.m.
Right on.
It's part of a larger event, which is from 1 to 8. So for those that know.
That just happens to be Mr. Ryder's birthday, and he said, we're not going to see Dropkick Murphys. It's my birthday. We're going to do something that I like. But looks like I'm going to go see some Dropkick Murphys in the afternoon.
Nice.
So there we go.
There you have it.
Yes.
After Mexican authorities killed drug lord Nemesio Aseguero Cervantes, known as El Mencho, you knew there would be retaliation. At least 73 people, including 25 members of Mexico's National Guard, have been killed in a wave of violence. As of right now, the U.S. State Department continues to advise Americans in Puerto Vallarta and surrounding areas to remain in place. I
got some friends. Some Minnesotans have a place down there, and I need to see if they're there, because if they are, they're holed up. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, there was
spent a lot of time down there.
A woman from Mankato on the news last night. She was like, I don't know how and when I'm going to get to leave. I believe Tina Smith's office is working with some people to get Minnesotans out of there.
It's crazy. If you're looking for something new to binge, of all places, Good Housekeeping has a list of old school shows you could rewatch. Some that jumped out to me, The Facts of Life, Golden Girls, The Jeffersons, WKRP in Cincinnati. But their top 5 are Mork and Mindy.
Nanu.
I can't imagine that would hold up, but that's just me, being a cynical jerk.
Number 4, Cheers.
Absolutely. Golden.
Yeah.
Barney Miller.
Fantastic show. Loved Barney Miller.
The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can't say a word about it. It's fantastic. Top shelf.
Yes.
Their number 1, I Love Lucy.
Okay. You know what? She's still. Everybody took from Lucy. I mean, she was the original.
True.
You know, like every great physical comedian since. It's like she wrote the book.
Yep. 100%.
So, All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Grandma B's two favorite were Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett. And
it's
kind
of untouchable.
Yeah.
Okay, Good Housekeeping. I approve.
Employees for a moving company in Phoenix helped save a 3-year-old girl after an Amber Alert went out for her over the weekend.
The Amber Alert system works. We're good Samaritans, do the right thing. I mean, we have core values about community and being proactive. We're a moving company. We're not professional heroes by any means, but to listen to the dash cam and watch the dash cam footage of the crew kind of identifying the situation and who this was and putting the plan together that we're going to block this truck in with our truck and not allow them to leave, I couldn't be more proud.
That's kind of crazy.
Clearly.
Dudes out just on a middle of a run as movers, and they recognized the kid and the kidnapper and boxed him in. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I got to pay more attention to Amber Alerts and various things. I mean, I do look at them when you see them on the billboard sign, the highway sign, or you get an alert on your phone or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually always look at them, but I'm thinking to myself, but would it register in my head to stay there? Like, I mean, just hearing that story, I'm like, man, I've seen a million of those. And 10 seconds later, I'm like, what was that song that I wanted to hear? I mean, I wonder if, God, that's a good reminder. Like, no, actually pay attention, man. Register that stuff.
And to that point, like, I've had it multiple times come up and it's like, oh, well, that's nowhere near me. But how do you know? Like, it could be coming near you.
Of course.
So still, file those details away for sure.
They throw up the license plate and I'm driving, I do kind of start poking around and see if I see, that specific car.
Yeah, for 100%.
Yeah, good reminder.
Absolutely. A woman in L.A. named Jillian Smuckler is upset because a Coco's food delivery robot went rogue and messed up her garden.
Cocos have been relentless. I heard a commotion. I came out here. I found the Coco in my garden. It had got my fence caught up in its wheel. It uprooted a whole bunch of plants in my garden and then just drove away with the fence attached to it. I chased after it and I looked like a total crazy person, running after a robot in the middle of the street, yelling after it. I was trying to block it, get in its way, and it was trying to go around me.
Do you know Coco's?
I'm assuming it's what is it? The food delivery robot thing?
Well, no, it's I guess it's a bakery restaurant.
Okay.
In the LA, East Hollywood.
Oh, that's the name of the place, and they're sending a food delivery robot over.
Right.
And it's trenching her garden, as she said.
Yeah, her garden,
honey.
As much as she said she looked like a crazy person chasing after this, you can clearly see that she has shared her own Ring camera footage to let everybody know just how crazy she looks.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I tell you.
I suppose if you put that much work into a garden, it probably, irks you a bit.
But when you call it a garden, it just means you'd care even more. No, we pronunciate both syllables equally. Garden.
Very fair.
As we're all still in the afterglow of the Winter Olympics, Lindsey Vohn's afterglow not quite as much, not quite as bright as you might think. In an Instagram post yesterday, she shared that the injuries she suffered way beyond that complex tibia fracture, and in fact mentioned, "Oh, by the way, I almost lost my leg."
Yeah, that's
what?
freaky.
Oh boy!
I didn't see that.
The trauma from the crash led to something called compartment syndrome in the leg. That involves excessive pressure building up inside a muscle from bleeding or swelling. It restricts blood flow, and it can lead to permanent injury if not treated quickly. She said there was so much trauma to one area of the body. By the way, also a broken ankle, in addition to the tibia. There's too much blood. It gets stuck. It crushes everything. She said a surgeon, an orthopedic surgeon who works for Team USA, conducted a very spur of the moment, we have to do this thing called a fasciotomy, and it saved her leg. It was literally like they were at a point where it's like, if this guy hadn't recognized what was happening and done it very quickly, she might very well have lost a leg. Let's just take a moment and imagine that being the final punctuation point to the story of, oh my God, she's so tough and she did this with the ACL. What if that had, it's just mind-boggling to imagine that happening to one of the great athletes in Olympic history.
I mean, God, I think you have to admire the commitment, though. My God, she's just so devoted to her craft.
Whatever, dude. I don't think I would trade a leg for a gold medal of any kind.
I don't think so either.
No, I agree. Man. But at the same time, I mean, God, that's unreal.
Like all great athletes, she's a sociopath. Make no mistake about it. The Wolves are in Portland tonight. The stretch run begins. 24 games left. 18-6 at worst, guys. Seriously, you got to go 20-4 if you want to impress me before the playoffs.
Okay.
There's not a switch you can flip in the postseason. It has to be flipped now. The Wild are in Colorado Thursday night. What a way to come back. I'm sure McKinnon and McCarr and Taves are going to love seeing Matt Boldy skate out onto the ice.
I think they'll probably recognize the gold medal and just take it easy on them.
Yeah, maybe so. So let's talk about the fact that the good people of Crystal are up and at 'em this morning, and we're happy to know that.
Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning,
Minnesota.
Crystal. Okay, here is today's last word.
All right.
I say all the time, if you give me enough time, I will involve myself and enjoy watching any sport. Okay. Any sport at the highest level, you can always find something to get into. But then every now and again, I come across cricket. And, crickets. Yeah. It does nothing for me. But now I finally have a light at the end of the cricket tunnel.
Oh.
Because I didn't realize the kind of trash talking that goes down in cricket.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Whilst wearing sweaters and taking breaks for tea? Well, I'm all in. Ed Brandis is a member of the Zimbabwe's national cricket team, a very heavy-set gentleman.
Okay.
And he was, I'll use baseball terms, he was at the bat. You know, there's a guy holding the stick. It's called something else. But he was in position for a while, and he was just working over the Australian bowler, or pitcher, if you will, a guy named Glenn McGrath. So McGrath could not get him out to save his life. The frustrations were bubbling over. And finally, in frustration, the pitcher from Australia, Glenn McGrath, yelled, "Why are you so fat?" to Ed Brandis. Brandis immediately replied in a booming voice that the entire ground heard, "Because every time I sleep with your wife, she gives me a cookie."
Oh!
Wow!
Yeah.
Gentlemen in whites having tea breaks and slinging that kind of mud?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cricket.
Wow.
You got me interested again.
Yes.
Winning.
Yeah.
Bipolar.
I'm by winning.
Uh-huh.
I am digging that one.
Good deal.
Yeah. All right. We're just about out of here. But Fletcher, what's coming up next on this radio station?
You know what? I got a couple of opportunities for you to fly away to Rockville, Daytona International Speedway for 4 days of live music. Would be pretty cool. Going to go commercial free over the lunch hour, so a little after 11:45. And you know what? How about just after 10 a.m.? I play Lola by the Kinks.
That's a plan. That's got my interest.
Gorman in the Morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the Morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.